It's good, man. Definitely working. Definitely. Likewise, I'm working as well, man. It's chilly Friday. Hey guys, sorry, but my signal is not that great. On the road. I'm on my hotspot. Looks like it's good. How you guys been? Anybody got any questions? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me, David?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? How's your Friday going? How's your week?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Steven. How's your week, Steven? How's your business going?
Uh, it's going. Still setting things up. So I'm not really, just making calls and trying to get some leads going.
Okay. When you
Yeah.
say setting things up, is that like what are you setting up exactly?
Uh, you're doing some marketing, making cold calls, sending text messages, things like that. Yeah.
Perfect,
Uh,
perfect.
what are you having the best success with as far as what type of list to target?
Um, a lot of driving for dollars, bandit signs as well. The guerrilla marketing is kicking now.
What is that last one?
The guerrilla marketing,
What is that?
uh, the Facebook guerrilla marketing. There was a guy that was on one of the lives with Justin, maybe like a month or two ago. So
Okay.
that one, it just took a little bit of time to compound on itself. So I got some several leads from there.
Uh-huh.
Uh, what else is working? Again, my county searches that when I drop out my pre-foreclosure properties, that works.
Pre
Um,
for calling pre foreclosures.
oh, no, I don't call those. I physically go to their houses. Um,
Oh, you door knock.
Kind of a door knock. It's always they're always not there usually when I go.
Okay.
When I go, I do leave an envelope.
Okay.
Sandra, please call me. It's a USPS certified mail envelope.
Okay.
So that helps me a lot for them to call me back. But yeah, again,
People actually call you back.
yeah, the curiosity, like I said, curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, that's true.
So it works. Again, it works. This lady from San Antonio called me today on a property. That's my SEO, my YouTube free SEO hack uh, for Google. Google and YouTube are the top it's called search engines. So she called me off of that. There's like probably like 15 new wholesalers in my area.
Okay.
But if you YouTube them, you Google them, their number, again, there's nothing. Google my number, again, I come up everywhere.
Yeah. What market are you in?
I'm in Texas.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, the SEO works. So that lead, I think that lead can probably sell for. It's gonna be a commercial property because it's off of a busy street. It's actually down the street from the my personal pre foreclosure that I'm gonna acquire. Uh, that property can probably sell to someone that's gonna build like maybe like something like a law office or something like that. It's right off a busy street. It's
Yeah.
worth probably um, like 170 on the land value. They
Yeah.
only 125. So she just called me earlier today, and we started talking about puppies again, trying about building that rapport and what's it called, the stroking again. She had puppies, I had puppies, so we were talking about that. She had one of her puppies. She had to put him down, and I was like, well, I can't see myself doing that ever. It's just tough. for me to think about even doing that. So we started talking about that, and she said, you know what, the seller wants to do it, and she was a realtor, and I was like, why would you even, you're getting more money if you list it.
Right.
I can't pay you that money. I can't pay retail and make this deal make sense. He's like, no, I know, but the seller, and then that's when she started opening up. After we talked about the puppies and everything, that's when she started opening up. Well, this happened because the seller wants to, what's it called? The seller wants to get money fast.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can probably, and I pushed it back on her. Well, you can probably get like this deal closed within 30 days, won't you? She's like, well, yeah, sometimes it works like that. I'm like, oh, okay. So that
Hmm.
kind of, see, close. There we go. So she's like, no, and after that, she's like, okay, just let me know. Send me pictures of the properties, and I'll see if it makes sense. And it does make sense. Probably, if I can get it like at 110, I could probably wholesale or assign it probably 140, one,
Nice.
150, because it's a really good commercial property.
Yeah. Are you covering for Justin today?
No, this is my hour. I just use Justin's Streamline, and I do Friday shows, but I use Justin Streamline. And sometimes I just don't change the name. It's just I'm not that tech savvy with this kind of thing.
So, I mean, does Justin have a program? Does Justin have his normal talk at this time or not?
No, this is my hour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I use his stream because I want him to go to his channel and his people. He
I
gave me
see.
do it the Friday hour.
Okay.
But yeah, again, it works. Again, all those, like I was telling my team, all those tentacles work. All those again, the SEOs, the county searches, driving for dollars with the door knocking I included, the pre foreclosures, the pre probates, all those leads work. The SEOs, the Google marketing plays, the YouTube, the Facebook marketing plays, all those things work. You just gotta keep on working them until they start compounding on themselves, and again you start getting leads.
Yeah. Yep. That makes sense.
Hey, Arturo.
What's going on, Mac?
What's up, brother? Got a quick question for you in regards to the POA. I sent out, I got a response back, and yeah. Basically, the people that haven't responded, what is the tactic? Because I have put on the letter, I have some concerns. What should I call when I call them? What should I say to them? The concern is,
How many letters have you mailed them?
I mailed about
No, no,
20.
to individually, to each person.
Oh, I just mailed one.
Okay,
No, the
then
other.
mail the second one to the other address,
Okay.
and then after that, then you just call them. You don't have to call them about the concerns.
Oh, okay.
Again, you just call them. When I was like yesterday, I was thinking this was gonna be my call. Like ring, ring. Like, yeah, hello. Yeah, are you the owner of the house on Main Street? He's like, which house? Yeah, I think it was the one that was broken into last week. I think. Wait. Let me look at my notes. No, no, no. The one that was broken into yesterday, I think it was the one on Second Street. Actually, my boss, he caught that in video. I think it's a house. Some guy was trying to break in, but he's trying to see if you're interested in buying. See, you're intrigued them there. The reason why the driving for dollars or the POAs works because most people those houses are vacant. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Yeah.
But what you tell him, yeah, my boss actually caught a guy. I think, but it wasn't in your house on Main Street. It was actually the house behind. So you gotta map it right away and see the streets. Oh, it's actually the house that was behind you guys that had the broken into. Yeah, I think I said on video, and you started laughing, and he's like, "Yeah, is your boss an investor?" No, he's not even an investor. He's a rich guy, but he wants to get into investing. So he just I get found something on YouTube that vacant houses are good to buy. So he just hired me off of Craigslist to reach out to you guys. Well, how'd you get my number? Yeah, like I said, he has his ways. I can again, if you're interested, we can definitely get him on the line. But I gotta ask you 3 or 4 questions before we do that. Are you even interested in selling? But there you're intriguing them because you know the house is it's a vacant house. It's either a house that they want to sell because they have the POA, and you reference a street behind them, and most likely they don't know that second street, that the street behind them, so they don't know that the house is vacant or not. But when you, yeah, actually, my boss caught a guy breaking into it when he was driving around the area. And he actually caught it on video. So they're like, oh wait, so they know the street name, they don't know the houses. So all this kind of, it just, it's just points of anchoring where, oh, this guy did drive by my area. It is these people that we're talking, that it is this house that I'm looking at. You know what I mean? So all that creates a bunch of trigger points with them. It is vacant. It is the street. There is a street next to me that's like this. He's telling me this house that was broken into. Mine is vacant. His boss is not an investor, so he can probably pay top dollar for it. He's a rich guy trying to get into the investment bug. He hired this guy off of Craigslist to call me. Okay, let me see. And if there's interest, it's interest. And if not, all this stuff allows you to have the person hear you out. They're literally allowing you to talk.
Have you had anybody asking you what's your boss name?
Yeah, my boss is Robert.
Oh, you just, I thought you would have said your name, but no, right? Okay.
At the end of the day, when the check clears, they don't really care who's buying the house.
Yeah.
That's something that's us mental block saying, oh, they're gonna ask me this. Oh, they're gonna ask me this.
They asked me this week. I was like, my boss name is Arturo.
Yeah, Robert, bro, Justin, who cares? Like, yeah, but he's one boss. I have four bosses.
Yeah.
I thought you said your boss is Robert. Like, yeah, Robert and the partner, Mike.
Yeah.
And Mike was gonna call you. So you see, it's all how you talk to people and how they hear you. They'll feel you out if you're being not just being confident in what you say. So again, that's basically how it works. And the leads, again, the leads are that way that you get them. All these ways that I get them for free, again, it works. Like that lead, it was a free SEO lead. I just have my VA now. Now that I'm out, I hire a VA because I'm making money. She posted on the SEO, and I got the call. There's 15 literally when I drive around the area, I write the numbers down of the people that's the new guys I buy houses, and we buy houses, etc. And I add them to a little template that I have, and I always Google their phone numbers, because people are fishy like that. So they always Google their phone numbers, and none of them come up. Literally, out of 10,
do you ever call them to see if they have anything?
Yeah, usually I call them when they put a bandit sign on top of mine. Yeah, I call them out. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, well, I'm sorry, we don't put them ourselves. They have the BS. Okay, just let you know, brother. Just don't do that again. That's not ethical. There's enough business out there for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, that realtor, that can be right now. I have a check right here that I got a deposit for another lead that closed. There was a crazy deal where I got to deposit it. Where I got on the contract. I told you guys, I mentioned to you guys, but it already funded. I got on the contract with seller A. Seller A before me had signed a deed that if he doesn't pay the guy that he owes money, is gonna record a deed and remove seller A from the contract. So we were already about to close. Again, it got delayed because of some issues. It had to be transferred from a title company to an attorney's office. So the guy that they owed money to, he recorded the deed. So now I had to go on the contract with the new guy. And now the guy that I had under contract for is basically out of the picture. He's basically on the mercy of the new seller to see if he's gonna get paid his money. But it worked out. Again, it worked out. It was just a matter of rolling with the punches, learning what to do, learning how it works. I knew that once because they recorded two documents, an abstract of escrow of some shit. That didn't count. That was just like a lien. The other one, the deed, that's when they transferred title. So that's what the one that I had to reach out to the new guy. Well, I reached out to the seller A to tell me, hey, what's the number of the new guy? Because the new guy's gonna have to get on the contract with me, because we already had a buyer lined up. Hey, but it was a 10K, which is good. It eventually closed. Um, the other one that closed also this week, it was that 11K one. Uh, that one was a crazy one as well. That's the one that had to deal with the banks because they didn't want to give me a release a lien. Oh, and then towards the end, when we were about to close, we were on the table. Oh, the owner was signing. The owner is in Mexico. The sister was signing via POA here. Well, the owner doesn't have a social security nor an IT number. So again, the title company requested, asked this lady for the social security number, but of course they didn't have one. So now they got to hold 50% of the proceeds. So then she calls me. Well, yeah, that's also that's beyond me. That's your side. That's your company. That's your issue. Either you report it with you giving them a social security number, or they had to keep it, and then they recorded it. They reported it to the IRS. So they came back. So it kind of they didn't sign that day. She called me. We resolved it, and she signed the next day. It's just crazy how everything went like that. And that was a crazy deal. That was a crazy of knowing how the knowing first how to search what happened to the title, how come it was still in that big old pool loan, and knowing to talk to the bankers because bankers you got to talk to them a certain way, and then talking to the bankers attorneys, and then talking to the underwriters on my side. They messed up. They created a release a lien. Come on, so simple of a mistake without a legal description. I'm like, come on, guys, you're fucking making this. You're delaying this for so long. Um, the title company messed up. They should have asked that social security question probably like a week into the contract. Hey, what's the social security number or the ITIN? So they would have already known. The seller would have already known that they're gonna withhold that 15% of the taxes. But again, it's just a bunch of hiccups. Eventually, it got done, which is good. Um, so all these things teach you for going forward. You know how to tackle those big obstacles that maybe not everybody sees every single day, but they do pop up. Any questions, guys? Any questions on deals? You have any numbers? We can make some calls. I don't mind calling people right now. Cold calling. I got my orange juice. And here where I'm from, it's cold. Well, it's not cold. Well, for us, it's cold. It's like 70. It's like 65. Well, it's cold for us.
Arturo, the pre-foreclosure leads. Basically, I went driving for dollars. I found a few pre-foreclosures. You go about the same way, right? When calling, hey, just is this the right number? I'm trying to reach this and this. Are you selling the house? Are you? I usually go like that.
Well,
Um,
pre-foreclosures, no, it's different. Remember, those people don't need to sell the house. They don't want to sell the house. They need to sell the house. So
oh,
you can try both ways. You can actually be blunt. Hey, some people like to be talked bluntly so they can slap some sense into them. You know what, sir? I understand my boss got a notification from the county said that this property and six more down the street are gonna get foreclosed. Is that correct? What do you mean? Your boss got this list? Yeah, my boss gave me this list from the county. It has the county seal saying that this 10 properties are gonna go foreclosed and yours is one of them. Now, is that true, or do you have something lined up so you can save your house?
mm,
Like, no. Well, who are you? Like, what? Like I said, my boss. You gotta be something a little bit firm. Again, people can tell the BS from the true stuff when you're trying to basically what's it called? When you're trying to be like making them feel good. Like what's the word? It's a word called. You're being too nice to them.
right.
Patronizing them.
There we go. Sometimes you just gotta be blunt. You know
Yeah.
what? I wish I had time, ma'am, to be nice to you and build rapport and tell you that I have four dogs and three cats and I have a house over here in the hills. But we don't have time. You don't have time. I have time because I have more properties to talk to you. But you don't have time, unfortunately. And I
Yeah.
apologize for being a little bit rude and a little bit harsh. But it is what it is. And now my boss is trying to give you a solution so he can get a house and you can get some money. Is that something that you want to talk about, or you want me to hang up the phone? And that's cool, anyways. I still get paid my $10 an hour.
Mm.
You see, like that, that's gonna be different than probably like if that person gets 10 calls, your 11th call is gonna be totally different than the last 10. Because everyone was telling, oh yeah, how pretty the sun is, and look how fresh it is outside. Oh wow, yeah, you fish too. Oh yeah, me too. They don't
Hmm.
have time to be building rapport. You gotta be straight to the point. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Got it.
Yeah, and then you hear them out. You gauge how they talk to you back. So again, it's give and take. It's on a call by call basis. I would try that harsh approach first because those people don't have time.
Yeah.
They don't have time to be wasting it on saying it. Oh, how many dogs you have, or how many cats you have.
So they don't get offended, right?
They
Sometimes.
should get offended, but who cares if they get offended? You're gonna lose your house, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to be as honest with you, ma'am, as my boss told me to do. I understand. Unfortunately, with your situation, you don't have time. I don't have time to take this conversation 3 weeks on the road. I want my boss is telling me we need to make a decision like within a week because this house is gonna get foreclosed and the court steps in next month on the second Tuesday of the month, the first Tuesday of the month. And if it doesn't, if you just tell me that you don't want to work with me, perfect. Just tell me that. Again, I don't want to waste your time because my boss definitely does not want me to waste my time, and he still has to pay me $10.
Yeah.
Those conversations, people, those are like kind of the Jesus talk to Jesus, come to Jesus conversations,
Right.
where they're like, oh shit, it's true. Yeah, you're telling me I have cancer. You're not telling me that you have a little illness that we don't know about. You're telling me I have cancer. Yeah, tell me like that. Tell me you have cancer. You have 10 weeks to live. Don't tell me, oh yeah, it's a little illness. Let's do more testing. But you're okay. Go on with your life.
Mm.
A lot of people are like that. Me for myself, I can't. Sometimes I can't be like that because I don't have the luxury of going through 1,000 leads to get one deal. And if I have 7,000 leads, then that's 7 deals a week. I don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
I gotta have I gotta be different from what other people are doing because if everybody else is reaching out to the seller the same way, what makes me different? What they can't see me is how way I talk.
Right.
So yeah, just give it a chance. Record yourself. Do that buckaroo that I told you. Record yourself and be in the harsh way.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna call the pre-foreclosures that I have here.
See how people react. Um, but yeah, guys, we need to be a little again. We need to be more assertive. You do want to be nice, but you need to be assertive though. People gotta hear that assertiveness in your voice. And even though you just got hired for out of a Craigslist, you still gotta get assertive because behind those $10, your family gets a Happy Meal. Your family gets to eat a Whataburger. You know what I mean? So there has to be some reason behind you why you're being assertive. Because I can't get fired from this job, ma'am. I apologize. When I went to training to make this calls, ma'am, this is what my boss told me to do. I need to do this, this, and this. And he told me that some people will get upset, and I understand. But again, I can't lose this job. I lost the last one to COVID. I lost the last one to breaking my arm. Now this guy's he gave me a job. I can work from home, making calls. I'm gonna do it to 100% of what he's telling me to do, because I don't have time and I can't risk this job losing it. And I apologize for being a little bit firm to you, ma'am. But based on what he's telling me of the type of people that I'm calling, you guys don't have time. Am I correct, or is my boss lying?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're correct, exactly. So again, I'm trying to see if you're willing to work with my husband, with my boss, to see if it works. And if it doesn't, don't worry. Just tell me no. Again, just tell me no, and you're just gonna lose your house, and then I'll go on to the next lead, unless you have the money to pay it off, which is kind of tough right now with everything's going on here in the.
Do you follow up back with them after
Yeah.
if they said no?
And those people you gotta follow up, like literally, right, like within a week, depending on, because you don't have time. Those pre foreclosures, might be usually 20 days, 30 days out from getting foreclosed.
Okay.
So you literally gotta follow up right away and just fill them out. Fill them out the way they sound, the way they feel, and everything.
I think you saw that they extended the memorandum for the for the foreclosures.
Oh, that all depends on what type of loan it is.
Oh, okay.
Not for all loans. There's some private loans out there that they don't care about federal loans, FHAs and stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, that again, it all depends on the type of loan that it's out there. But it's still the conversation has to be, and that's good. That gives you a longer follow up. But I don't think the if you ask the seller, oh okay, oh you said your loan got extended from foreclosure, okay. Do you know if it's a federal loan or it's a private money loan that because only I think only federal loans are under that bereavement for foreclosure. Did you get the letter? They're like, oh shit, I don't know that. I just heard on TV that there's not gonna be a foreclosure. Oh, okay. So you don't know it, so you're willing just to wait to see if someone knocks on your door on Wednesday. Hey, get out of my house. I bought it on auction. They're like, oh, that happens. If it doesn't get pulled and it's not your loan doesn't qualify for the delay of the forbearance or whatever, then you're gonna get foreclosed. And then someone's gonna knock on your door. You don't want to get out, then the sheriff comes in. They give you 20 days, 30 days to leave. If you don't leave, they give you an hour. The next time they come, they give you an hour to take whatever you can, and that's it. Everything that's left behind is personal property. Like, oh, I bet you these people haven't gotten talked to like that, and I bet you if they had gotten talking to like that, they would have made a decision back when they first got that default letter. The first default letter, hey, you missed your third payment in a row already. So it's all about knowing how the system works, questioning the seller. Okay, so you say you're okay with it. Okay, so when you say okay, what do you mean? Like, yeah, well the government said they were not gonna foreclose. Oh yeah, did you see if your loan qualified? If it was a private money loan or a federal loan? Because these loans get sold often. It's like, no, I don't know that. Okay, so you're telling me that you're willing to risk it and see if it got delayed or sold, and risk everything, like losing everything, and you put it on them and you just shut up. What do you mean risk it? Yeah, because if it doesn't qualify, it's still like, because my boss has it in his list. So I'm pretty sure. Again, you don't call me on this. I don't know about this, but if it's in the county records and my boss has this list, I'm pretty sure it doesn't qualify for delay or foreclosure. Again, that's just me seeing the paperwork from the county. But again, if you're willing to risk it, just let me know, and I'll tell my boss that you think that this house might get delayed in foreclosure. You see, those talks like that are the ones that make people make decisions. They make decisions emotional. Either it's gonna be emotion of anger and emotion of fear, but something's gonna happen. Any other questions, guys? I don't know if you guys hear me. My signal sometimes goes in and out. Check right here. Any deals you guys want to talk about? Has anybody closed any deals in November? Or who made money in November that wants to talk about a deal? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. We hear you. I think
Anybody close a deal in the last 60 days?
I haven't.
Come on, Mag.
I'm working. I'm working towards. It's gonna happen.
When? That's the question. You have to be definitive with your answers. It's gonna happen in the next 30 days.
Yes.
And your mind automatically, like I told my sister, when I was telling her, I asked her a question about money, right? If she could get some money, the first thing out of her mouth, she's like, "I can't." Like, you know what happens to your brain when you say "I can't"? Is that what happens? You have like it stops any creative thinking. Your mind already gave up, and nothing. You're never gonna try to do something. He's like, "What do you mean?" Like, yeah, I bet you if I told you, "Hey, sister, if you can get me this within the next 24 hours, I'll get you $1 million." What would you say? He's like, "I'll get it exactly." So if like you, Mac, if I tell you, Mac, I can get you 20K in the next 30 days if you can get me a house that makes sense for buy, would you do it?
Yes.
Well, then do it. Like you don't want to leave it forever. Like, oh, it's coming. No, that's coming is like saying I can't. You need to be definitive because as soon as you put definite time frames in something, you rush yourself. Oh shit, I only got 30 days. Oh, I only got 29 days left. Oh, I got 28. Oh, I got 27. You start being creative. People are really creative when they're under pressure. To the point, even I bet you when if you're drowning in a boat and you see like, oh shit, you start thinking like, oh, maybe I can hang on to this, I can hang on to this. You start being creative. How
Mm-hmm.
can I do myself? So you got to put yourself in the pressure and don't say, be definite with it. Well, when is this going to happen? In a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, in a month, in 60 days, in 45 days? That puts your mind in a timetable. Oh shit, I got to rush it to get it done.
Right.
I think I've spoken to you for a while already. And again, it's you have to put yourself under the pressure, Mac, because if you want to be in this business, you have to put yourself under pressure that I need to make a deal, make work, and get money. You know what I mean? Because again, you're spending time here, you're spending time over there as far as searching and everything, but it has to come to a point like, hey, I gotta put a step into my stepping. That's the way I did. I'm just telling you all what I did. You know my story. It was hard for me to put myself against the wall, but I had to. I had to change my mentality. Hey, you gotta get this done. This is no longer a hobby. If you resign from your job and this is gonna be your full time job now, you can't take it as a hobby. Take it like, you know what? If I don't get a deal when the auditor comes in about a month, you're gonna get fired. Like, oh shit, I gotta get a move on. Don't eat. Put yourself under pressure. People that are hungry are creative. But if you eat every day, you have a great meal that it doesn't make any help for you because you're eating comfortably, you're living comfortably. What else is gonna push you to be successful in something that you want to do as far as this? If you eat comfortably and you sleep comfortably, there's no reason for you to push yourself because you still got food in the fridge, you got a comfortable bed, you're under. If it's hot, you got an AC, and if it's cold, you got the heater on. So you got to be able to, you know what, put yourself in the position like, oh shit, no, maybe I'm not gonna eat 3 times a day. I'm gonna eat probably once. It's gonna be a $2 meal, and I'm gonna be hungry for the rest of the day. And I'm gonna use that hunger to be creative, so that when I talk to people, the ideas flow. How do I convince this guy that selling the property to me is the best decision? How do I convince this guy that this property is vacant and is vulnerable to getting vandalized and getting burned, and that's gonna be a risk for him? How do I convince this guy that's on a pre-foreclosure that if he doesn't do anything, he's gonna lose his house? See, that's where you put yourself, like they say, success is in the uncomfortable zone. It's where you leave the comfort zone of your couch, of your bed, of your AC, and you put yourself in the position where you're uncomfortable. Like, oh shit, I gotta do something. I gotta move. You're twitching. I gotta do something. That's what I did. And again, so far it's been working really good for me. This has been the best year ever. Part of it to Justin, part of it to COVID, part of it to not giving up.
Yeah.
Um, so again, it's just putting yourself uncomfortable. You got to be definitive. Again, people don't get rewarded for second places. Um, I know society wants to go that way, but no, you get rewarded for reaching the goal and getting paid. And if you want to,
Arturo,
go ahead.
do you have did you buy your house or no? You have a house for yourself or no?
Yeah. Well, the house that I bought it with I bought it in 2011. My personal
Oh,
house. I bought it. It was a flip. I bought it for 70. I put 40, and I kept it. Right now, it's worth 175.
because I'm looking to buy one off market. What do you think right now is the best strategy? Because it's crazy right now the market to buy one. Like
Well,
everybody's
the best
overbidding.
way to get a good deal is what you're doing. You're marketing to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're marketing to people that have market. You know what I mean? All you gotta do instead of being cash, you know what? Okay, man. Cash has to be 170. Financing is gotta be probably 175. But we'll lock it up. I already have my approval for whatever you have. But going back to being successful, Mag. I know it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy process. It takes a lot of your time. It's simple. We bought it cash and it was still stressful. Again, more stressful comes with the financing. It was still stressful having the cash. But again, focus on again. Personally, if I was you, you like working at your work at your job. You say you do have a job, right?
Yeah, I just thought it. Yeah.
So I don't know if you like to work on your job or you want to be a real estate investor. You gotta focus on you gotta put energy where you want to go. Again, if you want to be a risk investor, it's tough doing two things already with your job and your real estate investor. Now you want to go into getting a new house. That's gonna be another. So it literally you won't get probably a deal in the next 6 months
Mhm.
because you're gonna get pulled so many ways. I'm just telling you from personal experience. The good thing for me when I was a lender, again, I renewed my job. My 9 to 5 was simple, so I couldn't slack off at work because I renewed the job. It's like monotone to me. But again, focus on again. If I was you, I wouldn't make any purchases until I get a deal. You know what? Put yourself with that. You know what, babe? I want to buy a house, but I will only buy a house until I get my first deal. So guess who's gonna push you? I don't know if you're married,
Yeah, I am.
but if you are, your spouse is like, hey, you told me we were gonna get a house. You need to get that fucking deal, man. So that's putting yourself under pressure. That's putting yourself under a 30-day pressure cooker. Now you got her. You promised to her that you were gonna get a house until you get the first deal.
Right.
What I mean? Now you gotta work twice as hard because you're gonna be hearing it when you go to sleep. You haven't gotten a deal. You haven't gotten a deal. I want to go into a new house. That's the pressure you need. You need
Yeah,
people to fucking push you.
true.
And if the only way they push you is by nagging you, take that as a benefit.
When is um uh, I think you have the group right set up for to join you like your joint venture.
Yeah, the joint venture with the partners.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
Um, how does it work for us to work together or to joint venture?
The same way. Um, it's $500 initially. We'll set you up. Again, basically, you're an avatar for what you're doing in your area. You use all the tentacles like the SEOs, the county searches, the bandit signs, all that I use here locally working for me. You put in your market. As far as the fee, the same $500 and then $200 a month as long as you keep the Justin's program, and then we go from there. I pay for all the marketing. I think David might have a deal, and that was probably from before a deal before his. But one of the things that I tell you guys, don't just rely. And this is a perfect example. He sent me a deal. Said that he was on PropStream. He got the deal. He gave me the numbers. He's telling me he can't find any comps. No comps in the area. So again, I don't have any subscriptions for PropStream. I got the address. I use Zillow, and there's like 7 comps within half a mile of that house. So I told him, "Is this the one that you were talking about? Because if it is, again, it shows 7 comps. That house, if he gets it at 200K, we can probably assign that property at 250. because that house, 1,500 square foot home in that area is probably worth like around 420.
Mhm.
But you see how if you just rely on one tool, PropStream, I don't know, it's probably like $100 a month. It's not giving you accurate data. Zillow is a much better software. Why? Because Zillow has a lot of money behind it. Zillow has tons of money behind it. It's a humongous software, so they want to make sure that it's workable. I'm not an agent, but it took me less than 5 minutes to find the comp, find the house, find the comps, give you an ARV of that area. So again, it just depends. Don't rely too much on software. Be resourceful. PropStream failed them. He failed them there. He failed them because
You know,
if he goes on PropStream, there's no comps in that area supposedly. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I use PropStream every day, and the one thing that people make a mistake on with PropStream is that they'll pull up the property address and then they'll just automatically look at like that evaluated price without going into the comparables, clicking on both public and MLS, and then adjusting the distance, adjusting the square foot, and things like that to really get a more reliable comp. That's where I see most of the failure in PropStream is they're not making the proper adjustments. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, yeah. You might have to again. You might have to
Hey, Rick.
do some due diligence on that. For myself, I like Zillow because it's free. There's a lot of money behind Zillow, so they want to make sure whatever's in there, their software is humongous and it's free and it's real time. And yeah, PropStream, I bet you it has some good features. Um, but for me, it's just that you know what, I can't afford the $99 a month.
Yeah, I cross-reference a few
Arturo.
different things when I pull up comps. I'll use PropStream, Zillow Solds. I'll probably do like maybe a Redfin, iComps, and then I really compare the averages to see how close they are together. But yeah, I get it.
Hey, Rick, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, David? This is David, right?
Yeah, I actually did that and went through the whole thing on PropStream, and it gave me nothing. I even went like a year out, and I couldn't find anything.
Huh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, so I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, man. It can happen, right? We are dealing with
Yeah,
technology,
no.
but that is pretty interesting because usually when I
It,
adjust it, and see both, and then I go out a mile, and then I adjust the square footage and things like that. Usually, it pulls in some realistic, unless the property is just out in the middle of nowhere. And
well, this
that's
one,
just something.
I think the issue with this one was that I was getting conflicting data on two different Zillow versus PropStream. Like I was getting like 400 square feet, and then Arturo took a look at the pictures. He's like, "There's no way that house is 400 square feet."
Gotcha. Yeah, if there maybe was there an addition that was added to it, and then maybe not
No,
properly permitted, so it didn't adjust with any type of like title or nothing like that, huh?
nothing. And I even looked at all the documents that they had on PropStream, but like it just this house has actually been vacant for a long time, and I'm still trying to get in contact back with the. I think what it is it's the. I'm sorry, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can now.
I think what it is it's the father that has it in his name, but the son is the one that's trying to sell it because it goes to a Google Voice number, and he's just
gotcha.
he's
You
not
lost.
responsive. So I actually I had sent Arturo a message. I was like, listen, if I'll give him till today, if he doesn't answer, then I'm just gonna just call the father direct.
Gotcha.
That house, I think if you lock it up for 200K, you can probably sell it for like 250. Probably
I
even
even
more.
sent I
I think.
even sent him an email too to see like if he's gonna see. That's the last that we left it at when I spoke to him back in May. Was listen, he's like, listen, if you can come up to 200, then let me know. Then we're open. But so I sent him a follow up today. I called him, left him a voicemail, said, hey, just want to see if the property's still available, and then I left him a voicemail. I mean, an email today too, also.
Coming from another number.
You know what? I was thinking about that, but I actually found his other number. It's not a Google Voice. It's actually a cell phone number.
Okay. But yeah, man. Again, there's the more eyes you get something to look at, it's better because you get different points of view. Um, but it's all about actually pulling the trigger and making the call, and pulling the trigger and putting yourself under pressure, and wanting to get a deal. And it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of little things that you got to do, a lot of bunch of little habits, but it works. Um, but yeah, let's again, 2020 is about to end. We got what, like 3 more Fridays, and then it's over. So we just gotta make sure that whatever we do is towards getting a deal. Don't get comfortable. Oh, Christmas and then holidays and people are gonna be. No, no. Again, you have put yourself like, you know what? I don't have food in my fridge. My family's not gonna eat. My family's not gonna eat. There's no turkey. There's no ham. There's no ice cream. There's no gifts on Christmas because I haven't pushed myself hard enough to get a deal. Not because of the situation around me. It's like I haven't pushed myself hard enough. It's not external, it's internal. I'm the one that hasn't pushed hard enough. I'm the one that likes to sleep early. I'm the one that likes to wake up late. I'm the one that doesn't want to make the call. I'm the one that gets scared when somebody picks up the call on a cold call. I'm the one that when I see a vacant house, I don't get off and knock on the door. I'm the one that doesn't go to the neighbors and knock on the doors. It's not them they're hurting you. It's I. Put it on yourself. Be accountable for yourself, and that has to make something change inside of you. It's like when people, I have friends that were real fuck ups throughout their life, but as soon as they had a baby, they switched their life around. And I also have friends that were real fuck ups, and as soon as they had a baby, they stayed the same. No one, nothing else is gonna change them. If a baby doesn't change your life, if your family is struggling and doesn't change your life, then nothing else is gonna change your life. You're gonna be the same person for the rest of your life. And ask yourself, is that it? Is that what you want to be? And if it is, then come to the realization that's who I'm gonna be for the rest of my life, and be content with that. And if it's not, then do the things that other people do that are successful to get it done. Don't be doing the same things over and over like a 9 to 5. That's why 9 to 5 people are not that successful with money, because they're doing something 9 to 5. You got to be able to do things that the people that don't work 9 to 5 do. Don't expect riches with 9 to 5 ethic. You gotta be able to do things that maybe are in the borderline of being risky. They're in the borderline of you being uncomfortable, but you gotta do them. I did them. I left a 6-figure job. Any other questions, guys? Before we log off here, we got 10 more minutes. What do you guys got?
Hey, Arturo, another question for you.
Go ahead, brother.
Older, like we can bring you older leads that we had that maybe didn't work out for whatever reason. You'll take a look at it.
Anything, brother. Anything.
All right,
Anything
I got
that
some.
talking about
I
deals.
got.
Let's go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, anything that we talk about deals again. I'm open to seeing, hearing anything.
All right,
I have
I'll
a
send it
partner
to
here
you.
locally that I tell them, hey, send me deals that didn't work out for you. Maybe they hear another voice, and maybe they like my voice better than your voice. You don't know what some people react better to a
Okay.
voice, or name, or to a tone of the deep. I have the deep voice. That's what at least that's what I say. But maybe you never know. Maybe they like that. But yeah, David, send me whatever, man.
All right, I got another one coming to you. It's somebody I actually viewed the property with, and he's actually an investor too, and he was just looking to get rid of it. He needs money.
Okay, perfect.
So I'll send you the details, and I'll send you like it needs a complete renovation. He started it and just never finished it.
Okay, so yeah, send me the details as far as the more or less the condition. What was he was asking last time? Send me the Zillow link so I can view it on, and then I'll make you a video as far as what I think about it.
Okay,
All right, David.
thanks.
Anything else? Got any other questions, guys?
Yeah, I missed out on earlier what you were saying with like you guys as coaching programs or something like that. Did I miss something for like 200 a month? I was cutting in and out.
Oh, the joint venture program. It's basically you guys have become my partners. I pay for all the marketing as far as in your area. I'll teach you what I do in my area, from the SEOs, from the county searches, the way I do my driving for dollars, the way I do my pre foreclosures, and all other stuff that I do locally. You just pay. It's an initial $500 deposit, and then it's $200 a month for the next 6 months. I don't know if you're in Justin's team already. If you are in
Yeah.
the VIP, then it stays at 200. But if you're not, then it's 300 a month for the next 6 months. And yeah, that's basically what we do. I think Justin still has a website. On the website, it has me and it has Victor and it has him. Uh, the one that I'm explaining to is joint venturing with me. Basically, I'm making you a partner, and I'm using you as an avatar to do what I do in your area.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Definitely.
I actually been readjusting my whole marketing strategy. I've been on a nationwide campaign, and it's been pretty well. But I'm actually going to be narrowing down to a select few states surrounding me. I'm in Florida. I've got really good buyers, period, down here in Florida. The same thing with all the other states: North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Virginia. So kind of readjusting my whole game plan on marketing. But I love my backyard as well. I'm in a great area, so doing deals locally is it's definitely a good thing.
Definitely. I look at Zach. He says that his last Saturday's Zach. He says that his area is, when he goes, is he only goes when it's 30K and above. Simon fee, like, man, shit, I'll go for those as well. So he's in Florida as well. So his market, my average fee here is probably like 15 to 18. Uh, Over there is probably 30 to 50. So yeah, there's definitely way better, stronger assignment fees out there. California is better. It's You're looking at 100K spreads as far as the assignment fee. It's tougher because everybody's out there, but if you do the things that we do in this group, the way that we talk, I bet you the sellers are like, wait a second, this guy's different. This guy's not asking me how many kids I have and this and that. This guy's different. Is talking different. So you're gonna be that nail. Either you're gonna be that nail that sticks out for the good, or you're gonna be that nail that sticks out for the bad. I still want to be that nail. I don't
Yeah,
like to
that,
be. I don't like to be to anybody.
yep, that's it. I actually had one in California 2 weeks ago. I got to follow up with this lady, but she just filled out the form, my marketing form online, and it's not even really motivated at the second, but the long term play on it is
Yep.
that's where it's at, like with her kid, and set up in a trust and everything. And at least I built a initial conversation, but she said, well, I don't really want to go anywhere necessarily at this point. I'm comfortable here, just thinking for down the road type of thing. Like, all right. So that was an interesting call.
I'll take it down the road anytime.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Again, those assignment fees basically can shit. Those are humongous assignment fees.
Yeah, this is $1 million+ home, so
Yeah, you're looking at 100K, 150 for the assignment.
that's awesome. Yeah, I heard you talking with somebody about that recently in California. And yeah, I think that's a great play. It might be a lot harder to get the deal, but man, when you get the deal, it's like making that 50 to 100,000 is well worth the time. Even 3 months, I don't care. 4 months, 6 months, whatever.
Shit, if you
That's
tell me that if I can sit in this line for a year and I'm gonna get 100K in the back end, shit, I'm sitting there every single day at 6 in the morning.
you got it.
Definitely, definitely. I ain't messing with that money yet. And I think it was Raed that I told him, California. That's where if you're good at talking to people, that's where you can make big bank with one deal. Let's say, you know what, I want to do 3 deals a year. That's 300K. Like that's a salary. That's the top 1%. salaries.
Sure.
You're earning more than a doctor, but you got to do it. Again, you got to follow up, and that's where the beast is at. The money's in the follow up.
Yeah, man, I just got all my stuff finally put together for that. That took months and months to actually finally get that dialed in on follow up game.
Yeah, you
Using
got to
the
do a follow up. I wasn't that great either. I wasn't that great either on follow up, but that's where it's at.
yeah.
I made some big assignment fees on follow ups. This property that I acquired, once it's all said and done, probably next year the equity will be up to 150. I acquired it through a follow up because
Yep, yep.
they didn't want to sell it. Supposedly it was already sold, and we followed up and we locked it up.
What's your what are you using for follow up? Podio or what kind of
Podio.
system do you?
Yeah, I
Okay,
use Frugal, the free
gotcha.
version. People know me here for being frugal.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. So yeah, I got that one for free, and it's working for me. I do have a VA that helps me out now that as soon as I started making money for a year consistently, then I hired a VA.
Yeah, right, man. I'm definitely cautious with my money too. Every dollar counts, and I put out a couple grand in advertising over the months, but in return for that, I expect to pretty much triple that back. So, but I'm very cautious with my money.
Exactly, that's the way you go. Just because you make more money doesn't mean you lose your frugalness. You gotta be able to make sure to keep it. You gotta be able to spend it wisely.
Yes, sir. You're a genius, man. I really enjoy listening to you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate those words, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, all right, guys. 12:58. Again, if you guys have any questions, again, we're in the group. Send them there. My joint venture partners. Let's keep on getting it. You should guys already got your Valentine's and your stickers, and keep on working the leads, and we'll get a deal. Let's get a deal before the end of the year. Everybody else, you guys have a good day. Let's have a successful Saturday and a successful Sunday. See you guys next Friday, guys.
Later.